Hey guys, it's me, Serena. Welcome back to my channel. I finally read A Court of Wings and Ruin. If you haven't watched my last video, which was a vlog, I've been reading this book for the past couple of weeks, 20 days, and I finally finished it. And I have a few things to talk about. I know that y'all probably read this book. I mean, it's been out for over a year and this series is popular. A lot of people have done reviews. People are talking about the novella, A Court of Frost and Starlight, but I just want to talk about this book since I just finished it and I have, some opinions. I hope you enjoy this review. Of course, if you have not read this book, do not watch it. If you want to, you can watch my vlog, which is not spoilery. I mean, if you have not read the first two books, maybe. First of all, I want to remind you guys that I am not a huge fan of this series. I do not know what it is, but it's not, I'm not as into it as other people are, and I have confused feelings towards it. I feel like I should reread it, and by the way, I'm just gonna say this now. I'm not gonna read A Court of Frost and Starlight because I know that it's not necessary to read. And I mean, it is a novella and I heard that nothing happens. I already watched some reviews, some spoilery reviews, and I'm not interested. I do not want to spend my money on it, and maybe when the next book in the next, series in this world comes out, if it gets good reviews, maybe I'll continue on with that. But ACOWAR is not gonna be read by me. The thing with this series is that there are a lot of pages that are not necessary. This is a 700-page book, and this could have been half of that, honestly. There are a lot of scenes that are not necessary in my opinion. But the thing is, I really like the endings in these books. I love the ending in ACOWAR. I love the ending in ACOWAR. And I did like this ending. The things that I really like in this book, the ending, as I just said, the story of the sisters, Elaine and Nesta, I was curious to know what they become, coming out of the cauldron. And I really like the meeting between the courts, and if you watch my vlog, you know that I was frustrated by the fact that this meeting was, everybody talked about this meeting and it never happened. It happened, I think, at halfway through this book. I did like that. I mean, I like, the conversations between Tamlin and, Another thing that I do not like is I have a feeling that this book is sexist. I mean, I do not like certain things. I heard that ACOWAR is very sexist. In ACOWAR, I liked that, it was a slow build-up to the relationship, but when they got together, they were just having sex during the freaking war. I mean, people were dying around them and they were having sex, and I was like, really? As you may have figured out, I enjoy the action scenes in these books. I really do. I do not like all the talking that they've had. All the recent Farah scenes, I do not like. So yeah, I really enjoy the action scenes. I'm gonna show you a clip now of me reacting to the, some of the final scenes of this book, and I was excited. I was emotional too. I like the ending. I'm just gonna show you the clip right now. Okay, what the fuck is happening? This is awesome. I wasn't expecting this. But I guess it's like this with every book in this trilogy. The endings are great. I'm not finished yet. I have another 50 pages to go, but I'm liking this ending so far. I have chills. Oh my god. I can't read. I have to stop a minute. What just happened? So yeah, I did not like, as I said, that it is unnecessarily big, this book, 700 pages. The fact that there, I think, is a little bit of sexism. And in my blog, I read a part in which Reese talked about the mating bond. I do not like the mating bond. He says basically that the mating bond is easier to resist for the girls, and for the males, they just go crazy, they feel possessive towards them, and they, you know, just wants to kill whoever she desires to be with. And yeah, that's basically what Tamlin did, but Tamlin was not mated with Farah, and I'm scared for Elaine, honestly. That, I mean, I like Lucian, but I feel like she wants Azriel, and we'll see. I do not like that. The fact that the male is possessive towards the woman, why? Why do we have to have this? And honestly, guys, another thing, I wasn't expecting some diversity from a Sarah J. Maas book, and there's not much, but I think that some of the High Lords are, you know, dark-skinned and Moore is gay, so I thought that that was very interesting, and I wasn't expecting that. As I said, when I figured out that Moore was gay, I want to know where that is going to go, you know, in the story. And Nesta, I like Nesta. I like how badass she is. I like the ending, and I like Nesta and Cassian. But I hope that this, you know, this relationship continues on well, but I guess we just have to see in the next story that Sarah J. Maas writes. There are a lot of things that I wasn't expecting in this book. I wasn't expecting, you know, the father to come at the end. I mean, we haven't seen him in a while, so I was expecting him to, you know, pop up at some point. But yeah, I love the sisterly bond between them. I know that sometimes Nesta is bitchy and, you know, they do not treat Farah that well, but I like that scene where they slept all together. I mean, they made peace, and I like that. In my notes, I wrote down a page that I thought it was funny, and here it says that this is Farah talking, by the way. I couldn't tell if Rhysand was yelling it, if he was murmuring it down the bond, maybe both. How can you murmur and yell at the same time? I just wanted to say that. It didn't make sense in my mind. Anyway, another thing that I was not happy about is that, okay, I really liked the ending. As I said, I liked all, you know, the shocking parts. The thing that I didn't like that much is, you know, Rhys dying and being resurrected like Farah did in the first book. I did not like that. I don't know. I don't feel totally okay with it. Is it just me? Oh, and another strange thing is, you know, the Rhys's chapters, one at the beginning and one at the end. Why? I think that this book should have ended with chapter 80, where, you know, there is Elaine who wants to build a garden because, you know, she feels like there should be more gardens in this place, and, you know, Farah saying yes, they should be. I thought that that should have been the ending, but of course the ending had to be a scene with Rhys and Farah flying in the air. It should have ended at chapter 80. I really liked Amren, and I'm curious to know how she's gonna be as a fae. Varian? That's random. We do not know much about Varian. I want to know more about him. I think that this relationship is so random. Tamlin. Okay, the last two sentences that he says is, you know, Farah, be happy, whatever. Well, I'm okay with it. I hated Tamlin. I hated how, you know, sexist that all that thing was. But the fact that he said that, I'm glad that he said that. And hopefully he's not gonna be as villainized, the enemy that he was. I just want him, you know, to move on. I'm sick and tired of that part of the story. And yeah, I'm glad that he said that at the end. And yeah, I think that that is all I have to say Oh, I just realized that Nesta, Farah, and Elaine, the three sisters, all want possibly, you know, the Illyrians, Reese, Azriel, and Cassian. Maybe. But yeah, I am curious to know what the next story is going to be about. As I said, I'm not going to read ACOWAR. Maybe I'll read the next book. I want to know what other booktubers think about it first, if it's worth it. I am going to reread this series at some point, but overall I feel like this series is like a 3.5. I think it's a 3.5 for me. I think. As I said, there are pros and cons. There are things that I like and things that I don't like. Those are my feelings about this book, this series, whatever. And I hope you enjoy this review. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!